You're listening to Do This First, a daily personal development podcast that focuses on science-backed, actionable steps towards your best year ever. I'm Santa, your host. Yesterday, we spoke about the caregiver, the seeker, and the lover archetypes, how to identify and manage those relationships in your professional and personal life. It's important to note that there is not one archetype that is better than the other. They all have strengths and areas of growth. Today we're talking about Jungian archetype number 7, 8, and 9, which are the destroyer, the creator, and the ruler. There are 12 archetypes altogether, which means we have one more episode to unpack the remaining 3. The Jungian archetypes are a tool that can be used on our personal development journey. It can help us understand people at work, in our inner circles, and ourselves. In a professional setting, the Jungian archetypes can be incredibly helpful when you're managing direct reports, on a project or team, or just working with others. And in your personal life, it can be incredibly helpful as cues to shape how you effectively engage with loved ones, acquaintances, and third-party contractors that provide services to you. Let's start this episode with the destroyer. The title is a bit misleading. They're really like a superhero who is angry at things that are no longer helpful, even though everyone else still thinks they're okay. They can be really tough, but they help make room for new things to grow. The destroyer is a complicated character who destroys things because they are scared of losing control. They can be reckless and put themselves and others in danger. But their goal is to change and find peace, believe it or not, by letting go of their anger and finding a better way to live. The fall or the shadow of the destroyer includes doing things that hurt themselves, like addictions or bad habits, and even hurting others, like being mean or even violent. They are always on the edge of life, but surprisingly, they can be humble. At their very best, they are humble, resourceful, and dependable. They don't fear problems or obstacles at all. They see challenges as an opportunity to show how capable they are and why you need them. In a professional setting, the best way to manage the destroyer, and yourself and others as well, is to channel destructive tendencies into productive outlets, such as problem solving or creative projects. It's important to also address any underlying issues that might contribute to destructive behavior, such as stress or dissatisfaction in the role, or find healthier coping mechanisms. Additionally, opportunities for personal growth and development can help towards more fulfillment and engagement in the work, reducing the likelihood of destructive behaviors. Ultimately, it's crucial to approach and manage the destroyer archetype with empathy and understanding, while also holding them accountable for their actions. At best, the destroyer archetype is a force of transformation and renewal. It represents the necessary destruction of old patterns and beliefs in order to make way for growth and evolution. The destroyer archetype can be seen as a catalyst for change, pushing us to confront our shadow selves and embrace the process of self-discovery. Embracing the archetype can lead to profound personal growth and ultimately a greater sense of wholeness and integration. The next archetype we're discussing today is the creator. The creator, like the name implies, loves coming up with new ideas and projects. They are always thinking of ways to express themselves through art or new ways of doing things. Sometimes they can get carried away and have too many projects going on at once. But when they focus their energy in the right way, they can make beautiful things and show who they really are. Creators are always trying to figure out what is real and what is just in their imagination. They are on a journey to discover who they are for real and how they fit into the world around them. On the shadow side, or the fall of the creator, can be that they become so obsessed with creating that they have too many ideas and not enough time to make them all happen. They try to fill their innate emptiness with more and more projects or challenges, always feeling like they need to do one more thing. This can lead to staying busy, but not necessarily being productive, which leads to a lack of satisfaction. In a professional setting, the best way to manage an employee with the creative archetype is to provide them with opportunities for autonomy and creative expression. Encouraging them to think outside the box and come up with innovative solutions can help them thrive in their roles. It is important to give them space to explore their ideas and support them in taking risks. It's also very important to have clear guidelines and expectations to keep the creative from going on a wild goose chase and squandering their time. In terms of managing ourselves and loved ones with the creative Jungian archetype, it's important to set aside time for creative pursuits and allow ourselves the space to explore our ideas without judgment. It can be helpful to establish a routine that allows for both structure and flexibility, as well as seeking out inspiration from various sources. Additionally, practicing self-care and maintaining a healthy work-life balance can help us stay energized and focused on our creative endeavors. Whether jointly or as a solo, dedicate off-the-grid creative time to what will provide tangible results, as this will provide some of the external validation that is often needed to continue on. The next archetype, and the last that we're unpacking in this episode, is the ruler Jungian archetype. It is a natural leadership position. Whether it is as the head of the household, a civic organization, or as a CEO, the ruler assures everything is organized and running smoothly. They have the power to create a positive environment where everyone's ideas are valued. Their main goal is to bring order and structure to society so that everyone can live happily. However, it's not always easy because chaos is always lurking around the corner. The ruler must be fully committed and take full responsibility for their actions. The fall or the shadow of the ruler archetype can be best described by a quote from English historian Lord Acton. Power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. The ogre tyrant who only cares about having control and will do anything to get it is the unfortunate shadow of the ruler. They might ignore other people's ideas and make decisions without even considering others. This type of ruler can be bossy and quick to anger, not caring about the consequences of their actions. It's important for rulers to find a balance between control and responsibility to avoid becoming a tyrant. We can manage the ruler archetype in ourselves and others by recognizing and embracing the qualities associated with this archetype, such as leadership, authority, and responsibility. It is important to cultivate a sense of self-awareness and mindfulness in order to harness these qualities in a positive and constructive way. In ourselves, we can strive to embody the positive aspects of the ruler archetype by setting clear goals, making decisions with confidence, and taking charge of our own lives. This may involve developing strong organizational skills, honing our decision-making abilities, and cultivating a sense of inner strength and resilience. In loved ones, we can support them in embracing their own inner ruler by encouraging them to take on leadership roles, providing guidance and mentorship where needed, and helping them develop their own sense of authority and autonomy. It is important to offer constructive feedback and encouragement while also respecting their boundaries. The ruler archetype is a lesson in balance, balancing control with flexibility, power with empathy, and leadership with autonomy. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to leave a review. Follow and subscribe on my YouTube channel at Do This First. You can also read a transcript of this podcast episode on my blog, dothisfirst.life. Tomorrow, we'll unpack the last 3 Jungian archetypes and how to manage those relationships personally and professionally efficiently. Until tomorrow.
Moving past the rain, moving past the pain, or past the color blue. I see power in you. Past welded down. Look around, they can't be found. I see a champion in you. I see a champion in you.